This is Manic, guys. It's basically fish and cast. I've been here just over an hour. I've had 3 ounce, 2 rays, and I've literally just put a ray rod back out, and it's away already. This is a repeat of a video I did for VMO a couple of years ago, but I was on the ledge. The only difference is today, trying to land them, some of those swells, I reckon are double figure, well over 10 foot. And I've got to stay at a height where it's safe just to handball them up. It's not ideal, I know, but I am not risking my life for a fish. So I'm going to handball it up 5, 6, 7 feet from the ledge, grab it, then it's safe. But the 2 hounds I've just had in 2 quick whatever the word is are in a deep puddle just off the edge, so they're okay a second. That rod's going. I've got 2 rigs that need baiting up. It's Manic, but it's all for you. Right, I'm not going to put a hound one back out yet. I'm going to bait it up, but I'm not going to put it straight back out, because I don't want to end up having 3 hounds in a puddle, the ray rod going, and having 2 rigs on the floor again. So I'm going to get these 2 rigs baited up, the ray one and the hound one. Get that ray one in with a nice 35-pound small iron, and put the 2, get the fish back and get the rods back out, because I am in a mess. So I'm just adding to the crab. It's pointless taking it off. Just add into the crab. That third one I had then was scrapping. You probably couldn't see it on the drone, but when I picked it up, I reckon it must have took 40, 50 yards off me. It was just going, it was going out. And then when I turned it, it didn't feel big at all. It was just that initial run. He must be on the steroids. He's got a bit of test in him, a bit of D-ball, a bit of ratchets clicking away. Yeah, there's a ray. Yeah. I've got to admit, I like it when it's fishing well, but I don't like sessions when it's like this. You can't bait up, can't get the rod in the water quick enough. Oh. Right. Another one ready to go. Got the weather completely wrong. It's supposed to be a 3 to 5 mile an hour southerly. I got here, it was like 20 mile an hour easterly, southeasterly. Then it went westerly, and now it's off my back, which is like almost a northerly. It's lovely and cool now though. The first half hour when I got here, maybe hour, or first half hour, well over 20 degrees. It was too hot. That's the only thing with the dongles, the elastic, it attaches to everything. Kinks it up as well, so you've got to make sure every strand of elastic is off without cutting your dongle, which I'm pretty sure many of us have done many a times. Right. squid, refrozen from the last trip. Said to you before, I never chuck bait. I always use refrozen because they won't turn it down. So 2/3 of an anchovy, say we're right down Ogmore, or which is, you don't need massive baits or small eyes. Honestly, you really don't. Plenty around the hook, so it doesn't come off. So if I get a take, it doesn't get ripped off. And then a wrap of squid, cover the dongle. Well, so far, without including that one, 5 bites, 5 have been nailed. 2 rays, 3 hounds, all in the scissors. So, I might take it on the blondes. So there's no deep hooking. There you go, lovely. Right, that's 2 baited up. Let's get the 2 hounds back, get the ray in, get the fresh rods back out. Hound number 2 and 3, only babies, probably 4 or 5 pound if that. 2 of them together there. So we'll go ahead, put these back in a second. Both of them nailed on a dongle, on the dongle rig. It's becoming one of my favourite rigs for the Bristol channel. So let's go put it back. I'm having 5 minutes rest. Absolutely hectic. Absolutely hectic. I got 1 rod out the water, I got 1 in. I got the crab rod back out. I've had 3 small eyes now. Dropped a small eye. There was a lot of weed coming through, so it didn't look very big. It popped up off the surface out there. I've had 5 hounds as well. 5 hounds in 5 casts. The biggest one probably about 7 pound, but it's absolutely mental. So I got 3 rigs baited up, 1 rod out the water, and I got 1 rod in the water. I'm having 5 minutes to chill out. So I had a nice sandwich and a drink. I'll tell you what, it's lovely and cool now. At some point I thought I was going to have to put my hoodie back on. They got the weather completely wrong. It's supposed to be southerly 3 to 5. I got here, it was like 20 mile an hour east, southeast, like from Monknash direction, and it was, I mean, it was baking hot and horrible, that muggy feeling. And then it went westerly, now it's northerly, like pretty much off my back, and it's got a nice little chill to it, so yeah, it's making the fishing a bit more pleasant. The landing them is still difficult. The swells have calmed down a little bit, but we're still getting the odd roller coming in. It was quite hairy about an hour ago, quite hairy. but always have your wits about you. Always keep your eyes on the water, not just in front of you. You might have seen on some of the drone footage where the fish were still in the water and I was climbing back up 5-6 feet. It's not worth risking your life for a fish. So, but normally when it starts ebbing, it does flatten off a little bit. So yeah, it's manic, absolutely manic. Action's coming thick and fast, guys. Pound number 6. Another small one, probably about 5-6 pounds, something like that. Maybe a little bit more, a little bit less. Give a good scrap, this one, to be fair. He must have been wrapped out there because he was felt really heavy. I thought it might be the double. New to rat. So yeah, keep them coming. So that's 6 casts now, 6 hounds. On the other rod, I've had 3 small eyes, dropped a small eye, and a doggy! Going. I've got the ray rod going, I've got the hound rod going. If I get this in, it's hound number 7. Number 7, all about the same size really, but it's absolutely mental fishing. 7 casts, 7 hounds. Fish on hour. Happy days. Let's get it back. Oh, another hound. Number 8. Mental. 8 casts, 8 fish, all about this stamp. So about an hour till high, and I got a slack line on the ray rod. So I've been trying to get that in for the last half hour. So I'm going to give the hound rod a break for half hour. Happy days. Let's get it back. Here we have a lovely little male thorny, probably about 3-4 pound, nailed on a dongle rig. I've had 8 hounds, 4 rays and a doggy now, and dropped a fish. So yeah, the bites are coming. It's coming close to high water, slowly running out of bait. So yeah, happy days. Yeah, I think it's about half hour to high water now. I think on that video I done down here about 2 years ago, 2 summers ago, when we had that massive heat wave, I think I had 10 or 11 hounds. So let's see if we can beat that today. I got 6 crab left. I brought a dozen down, but I put a full crab on for my first cast, and then every cast since I've just attached half. The hound I just had then ripped the crab off, so I'll put a new crab on. I'm still debating whether to try the dongle on the taupe. I think I'll wait for a day. I'll make a couple up. I think I'll wait for a day when they're in numbers. I've had quite a few trips where I'm having 4 or 5 taupe. So I'll wait for that. As soon as I know that they're in front of me that day in numbers, then I'll chuck out a dongle, because I don't mind losing one then, if it doesn't take the hook. Number 9. Here we have number 9. Here we are. This is number 10. This is the final fish. I'm just about to pack my 2 rods away. A lot of weed coming through. 2 guys have travelled down. They're behind me. They're going to jump in my spot now. So it's been a happy day. It's been 4 rays, 1 doggy, 10 hounds. Happy days. It was tight lines. See you on the next one. But no bite. Just packing up my gear. Had another little thorny. Just sleeping on the rod. On that note, it really is tight lines. See you on the next one.